This is the WJTS News. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Joey Rehl reporting. Yesterday at 4 p.m., Jasper Police Department received two 911 hang-up calls from a number associated with an address in Jasper. Upon officers' arrival, it was learned that Micah Coger, 28, of Bellevue, Illinois, strangled his child's mother at least 4 times. One of the times Coger was choking the victim, he was allegedly holding his 1-month-old child. A 4-year-old juvenile was also present during the domestic incident. While the victim was attempting to call law enforcement, Coger knocked the phone out of the victim's hands to prevent her from getting help. It was also learned that the victim was the protected party in a protection order against Coger. 1 gram of marijuana was also located next to Coger during the initial contact. He was arrested and transported to the Dubois County Security Center on charges of strangulation, domestic battery, neglect of a dependent, interference of reporting a crime, invasion of privacy, and possession of marijuana. Monday evening at approximately 5:40, Indiana State Trooper Angermeyer stopped the driver of a 2015 Nissan Altima on State Road 57 near County Road 200 West for a child restraint violation. The driver was identified as Kyler Lee, 26, of Winslow. Lee's 3-year-old daughter was not restrained in a child safety seat and was moving freely in the rear passenger area. Lee's 1-year-old son was in a child safety seat but was not properly restrained. While talking to Lee, Trooper Angermeyer detected an odor of an alcoholic beverage. Lee displayed signs of impairment and failed field sobriety test. Further investigation revealed Lee had a blood alcohol content of 0.14%. Lee was arrested and taken to the Pike County Jail, where he is currently being held on bond. His 2 children were released to their mother. Again, Kyler Lee, 26, of Winslow, he was charged with operating a vehicle while intoxicated with passengers less than 18 years of age, a level 6 felony. Although the town of Santa Claus is in between their major tourism seasons, they recently got quite a few things accomplished. Mike Johannes, the president of the Santa Claus Town Board, talked about some bonds that the city of Santa Claus has.
It's not tourism season, but you have to prepare for those seasons all year round, and that's what we're doing now. We're very fortunate that we were able to, one, refinance a water bond that we had, and then we paid off, just through normal circumstances, our sewer bond that we had for about 20 years. So we were able to take those and get 2 new bonds, one $5 million for the wastewater plant and facilities, and the other one was $5 million for water, but we had to pay off a $2.9 million balance that we got a new one with a lot lower rate. So we've got a couple of $1 million in the water facility or water department to use. And a lot of people don't realize that the town of Santa Claus water actually serves water to 7 of the townships in Spencer County. So some of the water that goes to Dale, Gentryville, Chrisney, down to AK Steel comes through Santa Claus water. And then there are a lot of other communities, smaller communities in North Spencer County that get their water from us. So it's kind of a name that Santa Claus, people think of a limited scope, but it's not. It's very, very large.
Johannes had this to say about what some projects that money from the bonds will go toward.
The biggest project we have is the town of Santa Claus has 2 large water tanks, one 500,000 gallons and 175,000 gallons. The 175,000 gallons old, and we're going to take that down and put up a 750,000 gallon water tank right there where it used to be, which will give us much better coverage and for our whole area. And then our wastewater system, we're going to repair a lot of lines that we have that are old. Most of the lines here were put in 1967, and so they start to age, and you get cracks in the pipes, and the water and all the freezing and all that stuff affects it. And then we also, because we're in the hills, have a lot of lift stations or pump stations that help us move the wastewater through. And so we're going to be doing some major pump replacements, lift station replacements, and sewage line replacements that it's going to help us just take care of our customers a little better. And all of this is without tax dollars. There are no tax dollars in support either the wastewater or the water treatment or we have water treatment system or the wastewater system. So it's all paid for by ratepayers, and because we've been pretty good about our bonds and getting the interest rates down, we don't foresee any rate increases for any of our customers, either in water or wastewater.
Mike Johannes and the town of Santa Claus are looking forward to getting these projects started. Dennis Tedrow of Jasper has filed for the County Council 2 seat in a Democrat primary election. Tedrow is employed by Vincennes University Jasper as Community Engagement Specialist and Admissions Counselor, where he visits schools to recruit students and works to bridge the gap between minority populations and higher education. Dennis has a family background of decades of service to minority communities and wants to bring that spirit of service to the Du Bois County Council. Tedrow is a graduate of the University of Southern Indiana with a bachelor's degree in business administration, as well as an associate's degree in business administration from Vincennes University, and he recently graduated from the Du Bois County Leadership Academy. As part of the Leadership Academy, he was able to experience the benefits of doing good work for those in need and raise funds for the Northeast Du Bois Middle School that was damaged by a devastating flood. The Leadership Academy also gave Tedrow a chance to become involved with the Southwest Indiana Child Advocacy Center Coalition, or SWICAC, and will be part of their fundraising event, Dancing for the Future. Recently, Tedrow, along with help from some members of the Association of Latin Americans in Southwest Indiana, received an Indiana Humanities Grant for the program Day of the Kings at the Du Bois County Museum. Dennis, working with Christian Bloom, the Dean of Jasper Campus of Vincennes University, are spearheading the Sustaining Hoosier Communities Project for Du Bois County, which partners with IU to help plan for the county's future with ideas from the public. On February 9th, a confirmed case of H5N1 highly pathogenic avian influenza, or HPAI, was identified in a single commercial turkey flock in Du Bois County. This is the first report of HPAI in commercial poultry in the United States since 2020 and the first in Indiana since 2016. A 10-kilometer control area has been established around the index farm, primarily in Du Bois County and a portion of northern Spencer County. The single infected site is in Du Bois County. All commercial poultry flocks, 18 total within the control area, are under quarantine for the duration of this event. Poultry farms in the control area have completed the first round of surveillance testing for HPAI to ensure the virus is not present in the area beyond the index farm. All tests so far have come back negative. Testing of the control area farms will continue on a weekly basis. BOA has established a surveillance zone around the control area as well to allow for additional monitoring for the presence of the virus in commercial poultry in the area. The zone extends an additional 10 kilometers beyond the control area boundary. Commercial poultry operations in this surveillance zone are not under quarantine, but will be tested regularly until the control area is lifted. BOA staff have reached out to known hobby and backyard poultry owners in the control area to schedule testing of birds to ensure the virus is not present. Hobby poultry owners in southern Du Bois County should contact BOA at 317-544-2387 to schedule testing at no charge. BOA staff have begun testing small poultry flocks in the control area and will continue to make appointments to make site visits. The Indiana Department of Natural Resources is surveying the area within and surrounding the control area for high populations of waterfowl to develop a strategy for wildlife surveillance. Indiana DNR is liaising with USDA Wildlife Services staff in Indiana in this effort. Right to Life of Southwest Indiana, along with Churches for Life, are hosting its annual Show Love from the Bottom Up diaper drive that helps local pregnancy centers restock on diaper supplies. In 2021, almost 31,000 diapers were distributed to the centers. This year, the distribution will include Birthright, Evansville Christian Life Center, and Trotter House, Little Lambs, and the Gabrielle Project in Evansville, and Marsh's Place in Henderson, Kentucky. Donations of diapers and wipes can be dropped off at participating area churches or at the Right to Life office at 20 Northwest 3rd Street, Suite 810 in downtown Evansville through the month of February. Monetary donations are also being accepted online at rtlswin.org/diaperdrive, or checks can be mailed to the Right to Life Southwest Indiana office at 20 Northwest 3rd Street, Suite 810, Evansville, Indiana, 47708. Memorial Hospital is hosting a free car seat clinic on Saturday, February 19th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. in the first level of the Memorial Hospital parking garage located on 13th Street in Jasper. Certified car seat technicians will be available to inspect your child's car seat to make sure it is properly installed. Limited appointments are available. To schedule your time, call 812-996-7718. Absentee voting in Indiana won't change very much under the latest plan at the State House. An Indiana Senate panel yesterday gutted the proposal that would have pushed people to vote in person. Senator Greg Walker said no excuse absentee voting is coming to Indiana. The Indiana House wanted to limit absentee voting to only people who could not make it to the polls on either Election Day or the 24 days of early voting in the state. The changes in the Senate may mean that any changes to absentee voting in Indiana are dead for this year. Stay tuned. WJTS News will be right back with a check of weather, and then Kurt Gusell will be in with a look at sports.